Alright everyone, today I'll show you how to quickly and easily crochet a tablet case. This is super easy. I held two different colored yarns together and used only single crochet stitches. I'll show you what you'll need and how. You begin your work by making 34 chain stitches. That means you take the thread like this. You double the thread, this time doubled in a single color, insert it at the back, pull the thread to the front, pass it through the thumb, pick the thread up from the back and pass it through. Through this loop, now you have 2 stitches on the needle. Now you go through that 1 stitch. Now you have made your first chain stitch. The next ones are really easy. You pull Always bring the yarn toward you and simply draw it through the stitch. 1, 2, the second, third, and so on. So, for your 10-inch tablet, you'll need 34 chain stitches. You have worked the 34 chain stitches. Your work should look a little taller. Don't be surprised, it's 0.5 centimeters, just protruding past the tablet as it shrinks. Now you insert your hook into the second stitch, so not here but here, and make a single crochet. That means we insert the hook, yarn over, and pull it through the stitch. Now we have 2 stitches on the needle, pick up the yarn again and pull it through. Single crochet through both loops, repeat now. Insert hook, yarn over, pull through. 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through both. Single crochet. Now work that across the whole row, and then I'll show you what comes next. So, you've now finished knitting the first row and are basically at the end. Now we'll just keep knitting here. That means we take the yarn right into the middle, so we can work it in more neatly on the inside, and immediately insert it into the first stitch. Let's make our single crochet again, insert into the second one, always into these holes, and now we're basically crocheting the other side of our chain stitches. Sometimes a little tight, but that's okay. This is actually the hardest series, at least at the beginning. As you can see here, it then slides up like this, and our tablet is sort of placed into it. We're knitting the cover in the round, always working upwards. We'll sew less later and get a neater finish. So, once you've finished knitting this row, we'll meet again for the color change. See you then. We've basically crocheted our first round. After that, the tablet goes in, and now we're changing the color. It's really simple. Instead of the 2 red threads, I'll now, for example, use a yellow one. That means I'll continue knitting now with a red and a yellow thread. You can cut off the other thread and then sew it in. And now you just include the common thread as well. Basically, it's always the same now. We always work single crochet stitches into the top. Hang on a sec. In my case, it's now yellow and red. Keep in mind our work continues here. That means you can go ahead and turn your first round up a bit so you have the right stitches here to work into. I think stretching the combo with 2 threads, on the one hand it becomes fairly compact, which isn't a bad thing for a tablet cover. After all, it should sit in there firmly and also be cushioned. And With others, you can also, for example, get pretty good patterns with just 2 different color variants, without needing a lot of skill. So it's really just a beginner's case. As you can see, it's really simple. We just keep working single crochet stitches until you've reached the required height. Here, take a look. It's basically like this. You just keep knitting in the round and then keep going and going. Every now and then check whether your tablet fits in well. That, of course, also works for laptop or phone cases. You'll need to pick up more or fewer stitches accordingly. As I said, I would always recommend that when making a laptop sleeve you cast on about 1 cm more in stitches than the laptop is wide. For a phone case, use 1 stitch so it won't pull in. Okay then, have fun when you're tall enough. See you! So, your work should now look something like this. Once you've reached the required height, your tablet should be about here. So I'll always crochet 1 more round than the tablet is tall. We're switching the yarn now, which means we'll crochet again with 2 solid colored yarns. I'm crocheting in red and doing 1 more round of only single crochet stitches. For 1 round it's the same as before, except that we're now continuing in a single color. Make sure you actually start the new round at the edge and not here or anywhere around here. Other than that, it's basically the same as before. Keep stitches tight. We'll do 1 round, then meet again and start locking up our work. So crochet the flap. So, after your last round, we'll now continue working in rows. So, instead of just continuing to crochet here, we make a chain stitch. That means we pierce here, grab the thread right away and simply pull it through. And then we turn the work over so that we continue crocheting in rows. As I said, we always start with a chain stitch and then insert the hook here. Once again, it's just single crochet stitches. You have to do that too. So I'll crochet 3 rows now. If, for example, you're crocheting a laptop bag, you might need to crochet about 5 rows if the laptop is correspondingly wider. The idea is simply that if we crochet up here now, we can fold our work, because from here on we'll be decreasing stitches. That means if you have a thicker tablet or, for example, a laptop, I'd crochet 5 rows instead. The most important thing here is that you really start and finish at the edge. If you go up here along a clean edge, don't start too far forward. Start at the stitch's halfway point. As you can see, it's going up here now. We finish our row again by chaining 1 and turning the work. Do 2 more rows now and then. We'll see each other again. Okay, after you've crocheted your 3 rows, you should be able to fold the work over here like this. We're now crocheting the end here. basically tapering it off at an angle like a triangle. That's also really easy. We start again with a chain stitch, then insert the hook into the first stitch here and crochet the first stitch as usual. Crochet the next 2 stitches together. Do it like this. You insert the needle just like always, grab the yarn, pull it through, you have 2 stitches on the needle, now go straight into the next stitch, grab the yarn again, you have 3 stitches on, take the needle and now pull the thread through the 3 stitches. You've already turned 2 single crochet stitches into 1. We knit the rest of the row as usual, working only knit stitches except for the last 3 stitches. I'll show you what's next. So, you now have 3 stitches left on the hook and you're going to crochet the third to last and the second to last stitches together again, which means insert the hook, yarn over and pull through into the next stitch. Insert the needle immediately, catch the thread and pull it through. Now you have 3 stitches on the hook and pull the yarn through all 3. Then you crochet a single crochet again as usual, and as always at the end of your row a chain stitch. You turn the work and make another single crochet, and then, as you guessed, the second and third stitches are worked together again. Keep doing this, crochet 1 single crochet, then 2 stitches together, then continue the row with single crochets until you reach the last 3 stitches. There you crochet the third to last and the second to last stitch together. Then make the last one a normal single crochet again, chain 1 to switch in and so on. Keep doing that until you have only 1 stitch left. Then we'll meet again and I'll show you how to finish your bag. Alright, you're now basically at the last stitch. I'd make it a bit longer, long enough that the button you'll attach fits through nicely so you can close your bag. Now cut the thread here, leaving enough to sew it in. Tie the ends here and then we'll sew our loop on here so it stays secure. To give us a nicer finish than we have right now, we'll work another round of single crochet over it. Looks like we'll of course double our thread again. We start here at the beginning of our flap, insert into the stitch, pick up the yarn and make a single crochet. So, with our yarn, we go to the next row and make a single crochet. Let's do the whole set now, just so we have a nicer finish here. That gives a much nicer edge than this and is really quick to do. We need to be a little careful with our loop here. We insert before the loop, making sure to pull it back through here so our button will have room afterward. So crochet very loosely here and now go behind the loop to crochet into the next single crochet. Keep going, the whole round. After that, sew in your threads and your cover is finished. I'll show the cover now. And there you have your tablet case. That went really quickly. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you again soon.